Now, I haven't talked about many of the candidates running just because I'd rather, in the beginning, because I'm just starting off. This is the first handful of videos I'm actually putting out. I'd rather put out policy positions and those sorts of things first rather than just talking about people primarily. But over time, I am going to talk about at least the presidential candidates, not to mention the guy I'm hoping to run against, Lou Correa. I'm going to keep throwing out little bits about him, how he's just no good. I mean, I'm not even going to bother with, explaining anything good he does. Because anything good that he does, I got in bunches. So I'll do whatever he does good and then some. So, but there's a few, there's like 20 candidates now. But I'll do little by little. I don't want to make a video that's like a half hour long, just talking about every single goddamn candidate at this point. So the three I'll pick right now are Eric Swalwell, Michael Bennet, and who was the other guy? I can't even remember these assholes' names just because it's like, they suck so bad. Oh, yeah, John Hickenlooper. And you know what? Throw in John Delaney, too, while you're at it. So there's four. All right, let's get them out of the way. Now, all four of these people, I've just mentioned their names, and you, I guarantee, unless you're a political junkie, have no fucking idea who any one of them is. Yeah, that's precisely the point. I don't think any of them will be around longer than about a month or two after the debates. Now, maybe Swalwell, because he puts himself out there as the main Russia guy behind Adam Schiff. So those two are just fucking despicable when it comes to promoting that Russia crap every fucking minute of the day. It's like, don't you assholes know that shit ain't gonna help working people put food on the table and pay the rent? You have any clue? No. So he might go a little further, just because there'd be certain interests that will put money in this campaign just for that purpose alone. The other three, Delaney, Hickenlooper, and Bennett, they'll whore themselves out as best as possible, as much as they can. But soon it'll become apparent to anybody out there in the game who bundles all the donor money and all that shit that these three ain't fucking doing shit. And really, Swalwell ain't either. But like I said, he might have a chance. Hey, he might not last at all. But I'm just guessing that he'll go a little further just because he really went all in with Russia. And there's some people that really want that to just keep going. So, but while they're around, and I figure I'd start at this level because these people will probably get fucking out of here anytime soon now. So might as well talk about them while they're even mildly relevant. So, but I picked them because they have a particular comparison, so to speak. Like you could call them weak. Like that's one thing you can do. And that's a nice way of putting it in a way, because they all are. But I'd like to say that they're pussies. I mean, and now there's people that'll hear that, and I'm sure in the comments will be, oh, you can't say that word. It's sexist. Whatever. Yeah, I know. But guess what? It describes them perfectly, because all four of these guys refuse to stand up to big moneyed interest. Refuse. So in the face of actually doing something for working class people, they'll turn their back on it. I mean, they'll go, nah, not good enough. But the people that come before them with bullshit and say, yeah, we'll put a lot of money in your campaign if you just fucking, do what business interests and the rich people want. Okay. And then come up with all sorts of talking points as to why they can't do any of the things that we need done. Medicare for all, tuition-free public college, $15 minimum wage, infrastructure, legalized cannabis, you name it. And there's probably another half dozen other Green New Deal, all these other things that need to be done. And they're going to be like, and see, the thing is they're smart enough to not go flat out no, like a Republican would, but they're mealy mouth. They're giant pussies. They're like,
Oh, I mean, it could probably cost a little bit more than we can handle, and I don't know. How about a halfway solution? That could be better, right? Yeah.
No. Get the fuck out of the way. So sick and tired of these goddamn bullshitters. They just come out on the scene acting like, and then the best is like, maybe I'll come up with some clips of them all. Hopefully they'll all say the same thing verbatim. That would be hilarious. But they all come out with the same, bring people together, get stuff done. Not cordial. What's the word? Decorum. Like all that shit that's meaningless doesn't mean shit. It's not going to fucking help out anybody who's struggling right now. It's not going to make people be able to all of a sudden send their kids to college without being tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Nothing. No. But they're going to continue on saying these platitudes and acting like that shit's going to fucking help anybody. Yeah, get out of here. So Swalwell in particular, he's got the Russia thing that's really just fucking disgusting. You really just want to strangle his stupid ass. I mean, not for real, but God damn it. Every time you hear him talk, you're like, shut the fuck up. And then Hickenlooper took his mom to a porno. Oh, boy. Really? Yeah. He put that shit in his book, fucking idiot. Dude, I take that to the grave, motherfucker. I'm like, no. I'm letting him fuck that shit. So that right there is disqualifying. But even then, he's the idiot who, before Colorado took the very important step of legalizing cannabis for recreational use on a state level, before then, he was like, I don't think this is a good idea. And did all the Republican talking points against it about kids and fucking, what do you call them? Intoxicated driving. All that nonsense. Then it's like, yeah, guess what? Same applies to alcohol, but you're not fucking trying to shut down Pete Coors' fucking operation, are you? No. So shut up. But so then it goes into effect overwhelmingly, and he's like, oh, okay. He kind of moves out of the way, lets it do its thing. It's a huge success, still is. And then now that he's running for national office as a president, no, still, I don't think that's a good idea for the country. Didn't you realize you were wrong the first time, shithead? All right, good. So get the fuck out of the way. All right. So then another Colorado guy is the senator, Michael Bennet. Now, he literally is a cliche sandwich, just full of shit in every, so he did, the one thing that's brought him any kind of like publicity is he yelled at Ted Cruz on the Senate floor. Not even directly at him, just kind of brought up his name and was like, Ted Cruz is bad. And, the reasoning was that Ted Cruz did some fucking bullshit filibuster however many years ago when Colorado had these pretty bad floods. They were reminiscent of something called the Big Thompson floods in the 70s. You can look it up if you want to see how bad those were. And then these ones that happened, I think it was 2012 or 13, they were almost as bad. They were pretty bad. I saw the aftermath of that shit, and you're like, ooh, goddamn. And so this asshole wanted to read fucking Green Eggs and Ham instead of actually help the people of Colorado and various other things that were going on at that time. And so he gets up and he yells at him. Okay, good. What else? Nothing. Also, another one of these dickheads that like, hey, when it comes to Medicare for all, no, but I'd rather have Medicare for some and maybe a buy-in, maybe maybe this and that and that. Like, dude, come on. Don't be a half-ass bullshitter. Haven't you seen how that's not working for a lot of people? Or, better yet, even if you don't see how it's not working, you do see how out of the 20 some odd people involved, most of them share that bullshit position you're coming up with. Might want to fucking separate yourself, moron. No, but of course he doesn't. And he's also another big interest shithead. Sure, if you look into his thing, how deep in it he is with health insurance and big pharma. So there's him. And then there's John Delaney, a guy who's been running for over a year now. And not a motherfucking person's heard of his name. Good. Fuck you, idiot. I don't care. I mean, look, he's a former congressman from Maryland somewhere. And I'm sure he's a defense contractor bitch, like most of the people in, like Steny Hoyer is for sure. And he just doesn't have any kind of real ideas. When asked about the various ideas that the working class people need, that Bernie Sanders talks about all the time, he's like, nah, those ideas are bad because they're going to bankrupt our company. We need to just take a step back and and all. Oh, shut up. Haven't you assholes learned? That shit ain't going to do anything for you. And anybody who hears that, who's not already, like, look, the only people this appeals to, and it's amazing how they don't realize that this is a relatively small percentage of the population. You're not appealing to most Republicans. Most of them fucking don't even know your name. They don't care to know your name. But the Democrats that you're appealing to are in the elites. They're the people that earn, $500,000 or more. You know, their lives were comfortable during Barack Obama and Joe Biden's terms, and they just want to keep it going. So they want to hear the language of, no, let's just get back to the way we're get together and get stuff done. The usual bullshit, decorum fucking nonsense that they keep preaching. So I can only imagine that's maybe 10% of the country. Maybe. So what are you going to do with the rest of the 90%? Now, I realize most of the people, I mean, half the people don't vote. So, you know, that message sure as shit ain't going to resonate with people who don't vote. So out of the remaining 40 some odd percent of this country, of which a good portion of them are Republicans, so then it drops it down to like 25%. You really think that those people, a lot of whom are struggling or, you know, barely making ends meet, or at least sure as hell can't afford, what's the number? About a $400 or $500 emergency. If it hits, they go, I'm fucked. You think those people are going to react to your blah, 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 blah nonsense? So that's all four of those people. And again, all four of them, big, giant pussies when it comes to standing up to muddied interests. So we need to, I mean, luckily, Swalwell, he's going to start dropping out at some point just because he's going to want to run for House again. He's going to want to keep his House seat at the very least. He knows he has no shot in hell. So this just makes sure he keeps his seat through the primaries. But the other, and I think Michael Bennet, he can run and still stay a senator if he loses. But, you know, we need to get these assholes out. Those two in particular. The other ones are gone. Hopefully never to return to government again. And anybody who talks that shit like they do, just wish them bye-bye. Send them on their merry way. We can't afford to have these people anymore. They allowed the situation to get to the point where we thought, I mean, not me in particular, because I'm never going to vote for Donald Trump. I already knew he was a shyster piece of shit who wasn't going to do anything for working people. But it got a lot of people in this country desperate to the point where they would think, well, maybe this guy might fucking shake shit up enough to where we can, you know, get some relief. These guys are dangerous. Don't let them sell you on the, hey, anybody but Trump. No, because in 4 years, after we're done with these anybody but Trump types, we will have an even worse Trump to deal with. Bet on that.